Now, Giray Sadik is an associate professor at the Yildirim Beyazit University in Ankara, and he joins us now on the programme. Thank you so much for coming on. How significant has this visit by the NATO chief been?
Certainly very timely amid lots of important issues around Turkey, from Eastern Mediterranean to Nagorno-Karabakh and the Caucasus. So that visit is important in terms of NATO allies and deconfliction mechanism between Turkey and Greece, as well as other NATO allies joining on various stages, such as France and Italy, on the one hand, on the west, and on the east, both Azerbaijan and Armenia are NATO partners. So they are important as well, and Turkey's position is also important in that regard.
Okay.
So very timely visit in that regard.
And Giray, could you explain a bit more what exactly is the deconfliction mechanism that's been set up to avoid accidental clashes in the Eastern Mediterranean between Greece and Turkey?
Well, after all, both Turkey and Greece are NATO allies. Therefore, any kind of intended or unintended incident or accident in Eastern Mediterranean hurts the alliance. Therefore, NATO does have a stake in keeping its allies away from each other militarily. And in that respect, that mechanism is important and a step forward, which was also welcomed by NATO Secretary-General Stoltenberg and Turkish Foreign Minister Cavusoglu today. And but recently also we see the Greek declaring its own NAVTEX, which I think is the development we need to all follow very carefully, including NATO, in terms of keeping those deconfliction mechanisms work in practice.
And so if Greece issued its own NAVTEX, International Maritime Communication, just for clarifying to our audience what that is, how much closer then are we to actually resolving this issue?
Well, it's important to note that NATO does not aim to resolve the issue or to solve those problems, which Turkey from the very beginning advocates that they should be addressed in line with international law. And therefore, as today Foreign Minister Cavusoglu declared again that Turkey is ready to defend its rights against Greek provocations and infringements. But what NATO is here for is to avoid that and to prevent any possible escalation, which is likely to hurt regional security, NATO allies, and therefore NATO solidarity.
And Giray, we know that Jens Stoltenberg goes to Greece tomorrow. What do you expect there? And how different is NATO's impartiality, to use that word, compared to the European Union when it comes to this issue?
Well, European Union, only Greece is a member of European Union, Turkey is not, and therefore the European Union does not have any jurisdiction or anything to say. Even in its own matters, Greece and Italy recently negotiated this issue bilaterally, not via EU. When it comes to NATO, NATO is better stationed as both Greece and Turkey are NATO members. And in this regard, I think Secretary-General's visit starting with Ankara today is telling. So I am sure that the Turkey's messages are delivered to him at the highest echelons, starting with Foreign Minister Cavusoglu and later today with the President Erdogan, so that in that regard he can and therefore NATO can act as a broker, or at the very least to keep the tensions away from escalating to military dimension. So today's visit is important, and important to start with Turkey, but also tomorrow's visit to Athens needs to be carefully followed.
All right. Giray Sadik, professor at Yildirim Beyazit University in Ankara, thank you very much indeed for your time here on the News Hour.